the idea of playing active catch. We talk about that a lot at Peyton. I know that they talk a lot about it at Jones because I stole it from Dave. Okay? But the idea of playing active catch. When your kids warm up, spring training, also when they're on the field playing before games, do not let them just play catch like this. I call it like fly swatting catch. They're just, gloves here, they're catching with one hand, they're lollygagging it. If they catch like that in practice, they're going to catch like that in a game. Or they think they're going to try to catch with two hands in a game, and they haven't practiced it. So hold them accountable. Make sure they play active catch. The first thing you want to do is make sure that when they receive the ball, they're here. So when you do ready, break, throw drill, you walk down the line. Go ahead. Don't get in a bad position for me. Get in a bad position. Same thing, right? You can push him over. His gloves down here. All right? If the kid has a good sense of humor, which some of them do, go get in a bad position. Say, how are you going to catch that? Okay? Just have a wiffle ball in your pocket. I always like to have a little wiffle ball in my pocket when I'm teaching young kids. They won't hurt them, and they kind of giggle a little bit when you hit them. All right? And they laugh, and they get the point. Okay? So you want to make sure that they're balanced. Hands out. Hip sockets back. Same thing when they catch. Go ahead. Now, an easy receiving drill that you can do after you do ready, break, throw is just put them in a line. Why don't you just get in a line behind Sam, guys, real quick. And you don't have to put a base. We got one. I have a base, so I'm going to use it, but you don't really need a base. You don't want guys directly behind them because you don't want anyone getting hit in the head. So maybe just kind of go a little bit to the side right there. Good. Okay? And as a coach, this is a drill that you're going to run in spring training. Just a simple receiving drill. The guy's going to get here. I'm going to throw the ball when they're in ready position. If they're not in ready position, I'm not going to throw it. They're going to catch it, square up their feet, transfer. That position looks familiar, doesn't it? Okay? And throw it back. Not in one motion, but breaking it down again. Good. I'm going to wait till he's ready. Square up, throw it back. Okay? Next in line. You can do it you can start doing it a little bit faster. Square. Good. And next. Now you see from the left-hand perspective. Okay? And then you can speed it up. Make sure they go a little quicker. Okay? Once they get it down, you can really make it a lot quicker. And that's what you're going to want to do. The quicker you go and the more you keep the kids moving, the less messing around they're going to do. We all know if you give kids some downtime, they're going to mess around. So keep it fast. And keep a couple balls next to you. So if one ball gets away, you can still go. All right? So for example, you're going to want to have, whether it's a bucket of balls next to you or whether it's a couple balls, throw it away, Sam. Throw it away. Kids are going to do that. Just keep going. Quick. Okay? And the quicker you make them work, the better. Now again, these high school kids are going at a different speed. You're probably not going to see anyone in spring training going that fast. Okay? But you're going to want to push them to go as fast as they can. Because even these guys, I've known from coaching high school, if you let high school kids sit around, they're going to goof off as well. Your guys are really going to goof around. Okay? So really keep them moving with receiving line. Keep them going. Keep them going. And notice, again, it's always the same. Athletic, hands out, catch, break, throw. Notice that my feet are squared to my target. What a really good idea would be, because you're in a gym, and again, if you could make this work, this would be the best thing you could do, is put the base, or put a sweatshirt, or don't put anything down, but put it on a line. So when they catch the ball and they step, and they have to square from here to here, you can give them a visual of you want to step on that straight line. You guys get that? Because the kids will see that. If you tell a kid, step towards me, it's better to give them a visual. Step on that white line. So now they're, okay, step on the white line, throw, they're naturally going to square up. if they do that enough, they'll be able to train their bodies so when they get on the field, they don't need a white line to step on. They're going to step towards their target line. Okay? Footwork. Here, step, break, throw, balance, get to the end of the line. Okay? Any questions on that drill? Now for your 7s and 8s, I'm going to work backwards. That's more of your 9 and 10s and above. Okay, if you get some good 7 and 8s, maybe by day 2 of spring training you can incorporate that drill in. Most of the young kids are going to have a difficult time with their glove, just catching it. I'm not an equipment guy. If I was going to make a recommendation for kids, I would say the smaller the glove, the better. You get some of these kids that show up in spring training with their dad's gloves, and they can't feel where the ball is. Okay? I mean, I got small hands. I've always used a small glove. This is an 11-inch glove. It's tiny. Okay? But I want to feel where the ball is. If I'm using a big glove, I'm not going to be able to feel where the ball is. And especially for little kids, you want them to feel the ball in their glove. Big glove, big web, big pocket. Sometimes they don't even know if they caught it or not. Okay? But what the kids are going to want to do is they catch like this, where the ball is above the waist. And they want to catch the ball like this. And they have a difficult time getting their hands out here. Okay, fingers up. There's a good video on our website. And if you go on DNASportsOnline.com, there's a lot of good videos there, instructional videos as well as articles. But there's one video we're working with an 8-year-old kid who's catching the ball like this, and we correct it within 5 minutes by doing a couple of different drills. Okay? The first drill you can do is just have him come on a line. Go on a white line, guys, right along the line. Have them all face you. Glove out. It's Tony's drill, right? Okay? One of my assistant coaches loves this drill. And all he does is he just takes his fist and he makes the guys catch the fist. And he puts it in different spots. And you can do this at home with your kids too. If you have 3 coaches going down the line, you can do this real fast. Make sure that you're going up and down, so they have to turn their glove back over, fingers up. Don't cheat. Don't anticipate, all right? That's a great drill you can do. Kids love that drill. Okay, you can get kind of silly with them and pretend you're a boxer, okay? Throw a couple different jabs, all right? Do a lot of different things there, okay? The second drill, which will help, take your gloves off, guys. Don't do this with a hard ball. I would do it with a wiffle ball or one of these plexi balls, these Incredi balls. You could also do it with a rolled up sock if you wanted to. Make them get athletic position without a glove. Okay? Just put your glove hand up. Okay? And make them catch one hand. And notice I'm making them hold the position. Notice these guys, well, they're pretty well trained because Dave and I train them. But they know what to do. They hold their fingers up, and they're making sure that their hands are in the right position. They're not just catching it and, okay, they're doing it with a purpose. All right? So then, if you work on that, collect the balls, and then notice I threw them all at the same spot. I can mix it up a little bit, make them work for it. They're bending their knees, which is technically right, but I want them to go underneath. All right? But they're so used to playing active catch that they don't want to do this. But your kids won't. So just go underneath, okay? So you can throw them at different levels. You can do it with a wiffle ball, some Incredi balls. You can do it with a tennis ball. Parent coaches, you can do it with a rolled up sock at home. If you got a kid that's afraid of the ball, use a rolled up sock. It's a great drill, okay? They'll start to understand how to use their glove hand. Because the challenge of baseball is this, is that you have a right-handed player who's right-handed dominant, and he or she has to learn how to catch with their left hand. That's the problem with baseball. You got to use your non-dominant hand to catch. Kids don't want to do it. It takes some time. Again, breaking down the drill, getting rid of the gloves, just working on fundamentals, holding the spot. And I'm going to throw them in different spots. They don't know where I'm throwing them, and they're holding the position. Notice, again, there's so much you can say about this drill here. And I'm going to use Justin here as a demonstration. Look how athletic he is when he makes that catch. Sam, can you back up a little bit? I mean, you were good too, but Justin's a little better. But, again, I mean, look at this position. I can't knock him off. Even when he's catching, he's balanced. This took a lot of work, but he had some real good training before he came into the program. We've worked hard with him. He's real disciplined. He can probably hold this position for a long time. Okay? Now, not saying your kids can. I mean, your kids are too young to do that. But when they catch and they hold their spot, they're not too young to talk about athletic position and try to catch athletic. Okay? I teach elementary PE. I do the same thing with my PE kids. You can get them. I'm teaching 6 and 7, 8-year-olds. You guys spring training and do anything 8, 7 and above. But you can get them to do that, or at least introduce the idea so in a couple years they'll be able to master it like these guys have. It's so critical. It's so critical. You know, how does Jones and Peyton win? Because we don't have talent, but we do it through this stuff. We don't make mistakes. He's much better at it than I am, but his kids do not make mistakes. You know, if you're going to play Jones, you're going to have to beat him. You're going to have to earn it. Because their kids are so solid fundamentally and just simple, catching, throwing, staying balanced. Everything they do, they're the masters at it. And they can beat anybody, no matter what talent level they got. And that's what we teach. You know, I think you just need to stress as a coach that if you can get in front of the ball and catch it in front of your chest, do it. There are going to be times where you just can't get there. You just can't get there. You're going to have to reach for it. I mean, you can practice that skill, which we actually do with infielders, but we can also do it with guys catching. Just get in a straight line here. Remember that, go out that way. Ready? Oh, I'm sorry. Go this way. Behind Sam. My fault. Okay. Glove out. Okay, you can work on that. You can teach them the difference between this and that. Okay? So, I mean, as far as answering your question, I think that's a real good drill to do. And the kids will be able to see that, the difference between this, lazy. You could have got in front of that.
Yeah, sometimes it's just going to be a reaction, and most of your kids won't do it.